Hello my crafty friends, it's Liz here. Today I have a really fun project to share with you. I'll show you how to make one, and then I'll show you kind of different ways that I have made these two. So I am using my latest digitals, which is the collage pages. I will link that below if you haven't seen them. But I wanted to make something that looked like I had, kind of put different pieces of ephemera together. They all come from vintage paper, and that's what I love about the collages that I've made. So this one, I printed it on cardstock, which is a really nice ivory color. And it's like they're meant to be ephemera holders, but also they've got a really nice feature to them. So this here, I've added 2 pockets to the left side, and then the top of it I've just added some kind of stickers and flowers you could use. So if you're sending this in the mail to friends or family, it would be really nice to get some additional pieces. I've got the waterfall section here, which is nice if you wanted to add photos or just different, pockets for ephemera. And then just on the bottom pocket, I just added a little glassine bag with some additional little pieces that, I could send. So this is the first version. And then the second one here, this one, I printed the paper itself on just white crisp paper. And then I added it to my cardstock piece, which just makes it a little different. On this side, I just added a see-through pocket, and then one of the tags I made also with my digitals, plus I added some washi tape, etc. to it. And I love the collage kind of aspect of the digitals because you can do so much with them. And so then I have the second version of the waterfall feature on this one as well. So I'm going to show you how to make one, just the basic, pages for it. For this particular one here, I just decided to add this little kind of punch out at the bottom. It's a different tool that I'm really loving working with, and I thought it'd be nicer than just like a circle kind of hole punch that we usually use. I will leave links below to my digitals as well as any of my favorite supplies because I get asked often what I use, printer, paper, printer, etc. So I'll leave those links below. So let's get started. We'll make one together, and then let me know if you do make one, and leave a comment below and let me know which one was your favorite one. So let's get started. Okay, so this process is if you are going to be printing out your digital on 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Now, if you wanted to print on both sides, if you know how to do that, then that, you can skip the next step that I'm going to show you. But I've printed it on one side just because I know a lot of you don't print double-sided on your printer sheets. And I'll be printing out the page that will be covering the blank side of my cardstock. Okay, so this is just if you're going to be printing on one side only and then adding your other printable to this side. If you already have double-sided cardstock that you'll be using instead, then you also have, don't need to print out the additional sheet that I'm showing you here. And these are my digitals as I was showing you, my collage sheet digitals that are now in my shop. So you take your 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and that's the size that you're using, and you're going to be cutting it into 8 3/4 inches by 7.5 inches, and I will leave those measurements at the top here just to be sure. So you'll be cutting your piece of paper into that. I found that this was the best size for the waterfall and everything else. So on the long side of your paper, you're going to be scoring at 4 inches, and then you're going to score at 4 3/4. And this is just to make that nice wide spine. The reason I did that is if you're going to be adding bulk to the inside of your little ephemera holder, then this gives you a lot of room for it not to have the alligator mouth if you're putting a lot of sheets and stuff inside of it. So this is what it ends up looking like. Okay, so the next step that I'm going to show you is if you are going to be covering the inside of your blank cardstock, then you'll be cutting again to the sizes that you need. So what I wanted to do on this one is show you if you are covering the full side here, of course you're cutting 2 of those pieces to cover the inside. And then you've got a little piece that you would use to cover your spine. For my project, I decided that I would use some of the cutoffs from the original 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and make some pockets. And so this is kind of like the first version, I think, of the ephemera holder that I was showing you. So I'll be gluing the two extra pieces to my left side here to make two pockets. And again, here you can use, whatever adhesive you like. For pockets, I like to use the wet glue, because I find that if you use double-sided tape, then everything kind of gets stuck when you're putting it in and out of the pockets. So I like to use my wet glue for that. So I'll just be gluing the little pieces that I cut off, and they were again the cutoffs from your 8.5 by 11 sheet that I'll be using as little pockets for this part. So I'll just add the pockets on, and then we will move on. I also just remembered, don't forget to enter my 18K giveaway. I'm so excited about it, and I am so grateful to you for subscribing, for liking my videos, for sharing my videos, commenting, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you know when I have a new video coming up. So I've got my first pocket, and then I'll finish the second here. So for the pockets, of course, you can use anything you want. It doesn't have to be this pocket, as you saw with my second one that I showed you. I did like a clear see-through pocket on it. So you can do whatever you want with these, but I just want to show you the basic size of your little folio, and then what you can add to it is up to you. Also, if you are skipping the step of, having a blank backside to this, so if you had printed your 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and printed on both sides, then of course you would have a nice design. You wouldn't be needing to do this step of covering up your spine, because it's already done if you've printed it on both sides. I'm sure you know what I mean. So I'll be adding the spine to this one to cover up the blank color of the cardstock, and then I'm going to show you how to do the waterfall pockets next. So if I was going to cover the other side of the little ephemera holder here on the right side, then I would have my piece here that I would just use to cover up this piece, and then continue to add my waterfall part to it. But I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to show you the waterfall part to this project. So there's two versions. I'm showing you this one first, and then I'll give you details about the second version that you saw with the little, the way that you can kind of push it up and pull it down again. So for this version, you need to have as many as you want to add. But for my project, I have 5 pieces that I have cut to 4.5 by just shy of 4 inches. So you can see here it's 4.5 by almost a 4-inch mark. And you're going to be scoring it on the short side, I guess, as you can see here, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch on each one. So the longest part that you have is what you're scoring at 1/2 inch, and then you'll be folding everything over. And what I've done is I've just coordinated some pieces of scrapbook paper that I had with, again, some of the leftovers of my printables. And I thought it just looked nice to have that combination together. So the reason I've cut them just shy of 4 inches this way is because your back page is actually 4 inches if you've done the measurements that I've shown you. So you just need to cut it just a little shy of that to not get in the way of your spine when you're folding things over. And again, that's for this particular project, but if you're making yours a different size, I'm just showing you how to make the waterfall for this project, but you can make it whatever size you want. So you start by adding glue to the folded part, and I've already glued the first one to the top of my back page here. So my second one, you'll see how you're adding this to the bottom to continue that waterfall part. So right at the bottom of your original score mark, you'll see here you've got like the white sheet left over on the bottom there. And I did this on purpose so you could see exactly where I'm adding the second part to it. If you have double-sided scrapbook paper, then of course you wouldn't see any of the white paper on the back side of it, but I did this just to show you what it looks like when you're adding the pieces. So you see how I've added that just at the bottom of that first fold. So I'll continue with this one again just to show you the process, because I know a lot of you like to see you know, how it all gets added up. And again, this is just the measurements for this particular project, but it depends how you know what the size that you are making yours. And so I'm adding this section just at the bottom again of my second part that I folded, and I'm just making sure that it's nice and even on either side, because this is where it could start kind of going wonky if you're not lining them up properly, one you know, at the bottom of the other. So I'll just continue to glue the next two. I also wanted to say thank you so much to Pamela and to Evan and Sandy. Hello, and thank you so much for the wonderful comments and for watching my channel and subscribing. Evan and Sandy are so cute. They are a couple, and they watch my videos and kind of do the tutorials together. So thank you so much. That makes me so happy to know that you enjoy them and that you craft together. It's just such a nice thing to know. So I really appreciate that you mentioned that, and thank you so much for that. Okay, so finishing the last one here, and as you can see, I've only added 5 sheets to this back cover, but you can add as many as you want. And I think what I want to do for the bottom of this as well is maybe add a pocket to it, just at the bottom of it, so I can have additional, you know, places to put some ephemera. And of course, you know, you can add photos here, you can add more collages, these could be pockets. It's all how you want to create your little ephemera holder. So I've got my pocket here, my pocket there, and then I think I'll add a pocket again with just some of the leftover pieces that I have from this project, and make another pocket at the back there on the bottom. And then I'll give you the details on the second version of the waterfall, which I think is also just really fun to make. So for the back here, again, I'm just using a leftover piece of paper from my digital sheets, and I'll just make a quick pocket. You don't have to do this step again if you've got, you know, another design on the back. You can skip this step, or you can just add whatever. If you finish filling the entire piece with the waterfall portion of it, then obviously you wouldn't need to do this part, but I thought I would just add an additional pocket. So that's it for this one. I'm going to show you just the version again of the other waterfall, and I just really got inspired to make these again. I did a similar waterfall project a while back. My gosh, it's been a while. I don't even remember how long it was since I did it, but I thought this version was also pretty easy to do, so I wanted to show you you know, this one as well, and you can see just how nice it folds up, and you know, how nice it would look to have so many little things added to it. So for the second version, I did have a video, a tutorial that I shared, like I said, a while back, and I will link that video below. And that one just shows you how to make the waterfall with the you know, the little, I guess, push pull piece. So I really like this version as well with the little window, and you can see this part here. So like I said, this is the version that I'll be showing. I'll link that video that I have because I've already done that tutorial. I didn't want to do it again. So I'll link that video below so you can check that out. I hope you enjoyed this quick, fun, and easy project. Again, something you can send to a friend, family member in snail mail. I didn't want to do a holiday theme one this time because I think I'm done with holiday themes. So I thought I would just do something a little more neutral and that can go with any project that you have on hand. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for stopping by.